Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jawong here, back again with another video. And today we're going over the 10 worst sneaker releases of 2023. So first off, before I start, if you have not checked out my most recent video on the best sneakers of 2023, make sure to go check that out afterwards. Honestly, I thought this video did really well. I did not expect there to be that many views, but you guys seem to really like that video, so thank you so much for your support. And second, if you guys have not already subscribed, your support would mean the world to me. Guys, I'm almost at 500 subscribers and I would really love to make that milestone before February, so you guys could do me the great honor of subscribing. I would very much appreciate that. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this list was pretty difficult to make just because in the year of 2023 there were so many good sneaker releases. I feel like every sneaker release that has come out has just been really subjective. If people didn't like them, that's just because it wasn't according to their preferences. But I don't think that there were any terrible, disgusting looking shoes. I think most of them were overall pretty decent. However, I did have to split up my list into groups of two. So 5 sneakers being really underwhelming. So these are sneakers that they had a huge anticipation up until they released, and then honestly they flopped afterwards. Now these sneakers are still really nice, but they just did not do well in the year of 2023. And then the second half of the list, that's going to be the sneakers that I thought were extremely ugly. But first, we're just going to get through the list of sneakers that were honestly really underwhelming this year. But yeah, before I begin, just note that this list is all entirely in my opinion. You guys might disagree. You might think that these sneakers were honestly nice this year. But just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I think that the way I made this list was pretty reasonable. I don't think that it's fair to categorize all these sneakers as ugly, which is why they're the worst. But more so, like, some are ugly, but others, they just did not have a good drop when they released. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons why a sneaker would be categorized as one of the worst of this year. So with that being said, these are the top 10 worst sneaker releases of 2023. Let's hop into it. Alright, so like I said before, we're starting off this list first with the 5 most underwhelming sneakers this year. And at number 10, we do have the BBS Union Jordan 1s. I want to be honest with you guys, I did not like the shoe when it came out. I didn't even like the pictures when they first released. A lot of people said it started to grow on them after a while, but for me, I just did not like the way the shoe was designed. A lot of people were saying they kind of look like a baseball glove, but personally for me, what I thought of was like when you're like doing stitches or when you're stitching up a person, that's how the stitches start looking like. I just thought it was pretty gross. I don't know how people find that this is wearable. Again, you guys might like the shoe, you might think it's nice. I don't really like the concept of it. I think they range for around like 200, maybe 250 now on the market. But yeah, they're pretty affordable. I don't think too many people went after them. I think that this is just underwhelming because first of all, they're ugly. But second of all, even the people who are really excited for them, you can see on the sneaker market that I don't think enough people were really a big fan of these. So here at number 10 on this list, we do have the BBS Union Jordan 1s. I just feel like this looks like a Frankenstein shoe, with all the stitching and the scars. Yeah, it's kind of like a cringe to me. I'm not a big fan of it. And sticking with the Union theme, at number 9 on this list, we do have the Canvas Union AJ Kos. Now, you guys might remember a video that I made earlier in 2023. I copped these in my size at the Nike store. I thought that they would have a little bit of profit later on, so I wanted to do a review on them. It turns out this shoe ended up just going for under retail this entire time. It never really sold out. I thought that, the Union AJ Kos release would be pretty big. Now, the leather pair, I think it did pretty decent. It doesn't have too much value to it, but at least it's going for over retail. This one is still sitting on shelves. I don't really understand. I mean, I do understand that not a lot of people want a canvas Jordan 1 just because it's gonna get dirty, it's gonna get stained. But I honestly do like how you could take out the swooshes, have different colors, and just the overall cut of this AJ Ko looks really nice in my opinion. I ended up returning my pair. I had no reason to keep it, but yes, right now on the market, this is going for like, I want to say like $50 to $60 under retail, maybe even less. So really bad shoe. At number 9, we do have the Canvas Union AJ Kos. Alright, moving on to number 8 on this list is actually a pair of sneakers that I still have, and they're not for the personal. When I first got them, I thought that they were gonna have a ton of value and that they were gonna be good for resale.
I was wrong.
So we got the box open. I did a review earlier on them this year. It did pretty well, but yeah, we do have the Reimagined Jordan 12s. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I thought that this shoe, the sneaker release, was gonna do great on the market. So bad that this one was like an early release pair. And then on the actual day of the drop, I copped another one. So I have 2 right now. And unfortunately on Reimagined's website, they do not do returns. So I have 2 sneakers basically sitting in my collection that I do not wear because they're not my size. I have one that's in a woman's 9.5 and another one in a woman's size 9. So they're just sitting here. It's a lot of money. Like, Reimagined collabs are not cheap for retail price. I'm honestly just waiting for the prices to go back up just a little more. I'm not even trying to get all my money back, but I just don't want to take such a huge loss. So yeah, I basically thought that the Reimagineds were going to do really well just because, you know, with the Reimagined Jordan 3s, even with the Reimagined Jordan 1s, they had some resale value, and I thought, hey, even if they don't have value, even if they're not as popular, they're probably gonna I'm gonna break even. You know, I'm gonna get my money back. Turns out these are going for like way under retail. Now they retail for $225, and right now they're going for around like 120 on StockX. So it's really sad, and I'm honestly so concerned that I'm never really gonna make my money back. But I guess if I do have to keep these, maybe I might gift these to my son or daughter. I think it'll be nice to have a shoe this old when they're that age. I think maybe the hype for Reimagined is still gonna be around. But yeah, I'm really upset about this release. Just a waste of money, a lack of investment here. So yeah, at number 8, we do have the Reimagined Jordan 12s. All right, moving along to number 7 on this list is a pretty recent sneaker release. Honestly, I was pretty excited for this one, but once I saw like a lot of other people, you know, not really caring too much about the sneaker, I realized maybe they have a point of not liking it, and I'll explain more about that later. But at number 7, we do have the satin Jordan 1 breads. Now, I honestly really like satin on a sneaker. I think it looks really nice, but people were right in saying that, hey, if you're gonna wear satin, the creasing is gonna be terrible and they're just not gonna look good once they're worn. I had to agree because I started seeing people wearing them. I didn't like the creasing on the toe box, and it kind of just changes the whole feel of the sneaker once you see that the sneaker is worn. And especially when these released, they're literally still sitting on sneakers to this day, so you can get them, I'm pretty sure, for like under retail. They might be on sale depending on where you're at. And yeah, overall, it's a bread colorway. People should love the bread Jordan 1, right? But I think they start to realize, hey, it's satin. It's not an easy sneaker to rock. I think it's also Nike's fault that they overproduced, thinking that a lot of people were going to go for them. So yeah, this is a tragic sneaker release where we thought we were going to get a banger colorway and one of the OGs, but because of that satin material, it ended up flopping. So unfortunately, at number 7, we do have the satin Jordan 1 breads. And at number 6, the last sneaker that I thought was really underwhelming of 2023 is the Jordan 1 Reimagined in the Royal colorway. Now, if you guys have seen my most anticipated sneaker videos, I said really good things about the Reimagined Royals. I thought they were really nice. I still think that they are really nice, but unfortunately, a lot of people seem to hate them. I guess people like the leather a lot better. Honestly, I always think that the leather for especially the Royals look really glossy, so it's hard to wear. But once you remove that leather with the suede, I kind of think it looks a little more wearable. But that's just my opinion. I just know that Nike definitely overproduced on this pair. Like the bread satins, we also see that the Reimagined Royals are sitting on shelves. It's so funny how I'll often go to the mall and I'll see the breads and the Royals sitting right next to each other. Like, nobody wants them. I mean, if it was a sneaker that I needed, I would definitely go for them, but unfortunately, I don't need a pair of Royals. But unfortunately, I think it's pretty obvious that the public has declared the shoe to be a flop. No one really wants these, and it is sad. So here, number 6, the most underwhelming sneaker of 2023 are the Reimagined Royal Jordan 1s. Alright, now we're moving into the 5 sneakers that were just really ugly this year. So starting at number 5 on this list, we do have the Jordan 4s in the red cement colorway. Now some people are going to disagree with me. Some people actually do like the red cements. And if you like them, no offense, I'm not trying to trash on your taste in sneakers, but personally for me, I just wasn't a fan of the red cements. I mean, they're still sitting in stores, so I could tell that most people probably don't like them. They're trying to have a take on the white cements and then adding that red coloring to it, but I don't know, it just doesn't work. It looks really tacky. And I think if we're just looking at all the other sneakers, especially Jordan 4s that have released this year, this is one of the worst colorways that we've seen. So here at number 5, there's nothing else much to say, but I just wasn't a fan of the red cements Jordan 4s. And moving on to number 4 on this list. Now this sneaker, I didn't even know dropped in 2023. I thought it's been around for so long, but apparently we do have the Jordan 1 True Blues. Now this was a pair of sneakers that I just always saw sitting in stores at the outlet, and no one ever wanted these. They just never left the shelves. And this is because this is just the poor man's version of the Mocha 1s. It's just not a nice shoe. I think it's trying to be a Mocha 1, but it has that blue tint to it that just looks really off. It looks weird. And yeah, they just have been sitting on shelves. They're still gonna keep sitting on shelves. I honestly don't see resale prices rising on these at all. I feel like they're always just going to stay where they are. So if anyone thought that they were a good investment to hold on to, this is a shoe that I really feel for you. But yeah, here at number 4, we do have the Jordan 1s in the True Blue colorway. Alright, moving on to number 3 in this list. This shoe is not from Jordan brand. I know all my other sneakers have been from Jordan just because they released so many sneakers this year, and unfortunately they have a lot of flops. But we do have a pair of Crocs, and these are the Crocs Cowboy boots. Now, I literally just found out about these a couple of days ago. I've never seen them, but unfortunately they did drop. These are just horrendous. They're hideous. I don't know who would ever want to wear these. Basically, they're a pair of Crocs that are designed to be like a cowboy boot, and I guess you would wear them. They even have the spur on the back. I'm gonna be honest, if you can wear this without feeling embarrassed, that's awesome for you. But this is just a sneaker that has just been clowned on. And yeah, even if you're a cowboy, if you like riding horses, I don't see how you could like this sneaker. It's just so different from a regular traditional cowboy boot. It's a Croc, for crying out loud. I just don't know. Crocs are supposed to be comfortable. You're supposed to slide them on really easily. But this thing just looks like, it even looks like a disaster to put on. So yeah, at number 3, I gotta give it to the Crocs Cowboy boots. This one, I'm so confused about why Crocs decided it was a good idea to release the sneaker. Alright, and moving on to number 2 on this list, we have the Tiana Taylor Jordan 1s. I do not understand how this sneaker could be nice. In my opinion, I just think that this is a mess. It's trying to be a Chicago one. It has that red colorway to it, but then there's thorns coming out of the swoosh on one side. On another side, there's like this off-white wannabe kind of swoosh. It's just really, there's so much going on, and I'm so confused. I think that if this shoe just stuck with one swoosh design, it would look twice as better as it does now. But because of the one side being thorns, the other side being a wannabe off-white collab, I don't know, this shoe is just throwing me off. I still don't like it to this day. So here number 2, we do have the Tiana Taylor Jordan 1s. And finally at number 1 on this list, being the worst sneaker release of 2023, we have the big red boots from Mischief. Now, I kept seeing this all over Instagram, all over YouTube, all over TikTok. Just seeing this shoe and people rocking them, it was really annoying. I mean, it's funny. It's definitely a shoe to clown on. It's all for the jokes. But just to wear this sneaker for like an actual sneaker event, it's definitely going to turn a lot of heads. But how could you wear this sneaker with an outfit and call it heat? I remember that before these sneakers dropped, they were going for like $1,000, which I did not understand. Who would want to pay $1,000 for a rubber boot? I think now they're going for like about $300. So the prices have calmed a little bit, but still, I think that for $300, there's literally no details, no different materials made of the shoe. I don't even think it's comfortable. I'm just really tired of seeing this shoe all over the internet. definitely in 2024, the hype or all the talk about the shoe is going to go down. So this has to be my number one worst sneaker of 2023. This one is really weird. I feel like if you got a fake version of these on like Temu or any other knockoff website, they would be the same quality. I haven't heard anyone saying that these are comfortable. I've heard from YouTubers that after walking in them all day, their feet hurt. So here, number one on this list, we do have the Mischief Big Red boots. These need to stay in 2023. I don't think that they have a room in 2024 in our sneaker community. All right, guys, there we have it. Those are my top 10 worst sneaker releases of 2023. Like you guys saw, I had 5 sneakers that were just really underwhelming and another 5 that were actually ugly. So I thought it was right just to split them up to have different reasons for why they were so bad. But again, this is all entirely in my opinion. So if you guys have something to say, make sure to leave it in the comments down below because I do want to hear from you guys. But also know that it's not meant to offend anyone. It's just really based on what I like, my own preferences. Again, you guys have your own preferences and you should definitely rock with it. And if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button, guys. Again, please, we're almost at 500 subscribers, and if you could be a part of the community, and I would really love your support. With all that being said, these are the top 10 worst sneakers of 2023. If you guys have not checked out my best sneakers of 2023, make sure to go check that out afterwards, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.